Hi guys, welcome back to Love Budgeting. Thank you to everyone that has been supportive, giving me positive feedback, to everyone that has joined. Thank you so much to everyone. I was watching actually people do this, but I couldn't find the principle, so I made my own. So this is just to keep a track of how much subscribers and watch time you need to get monetized. If you're new here, welcome. We do budgeting videos. We do our budgeting is different because we do budgeting with government help, or what you receive to buy food and stuff from the government. And also I do get a little bit of help from family members, and I am a single mom of a little boy, and I'm currently looking for a job, which I also have updates for you guys in this video. But till now, I want to say thank you guys, because we are at 40 subscribers, so we can actually fill in 4 of these little icons, because each icon is worth 10 subscribers. Now the watch hours is the one that we're a little bit off or behind, because here it would be 40 watch hours to be able to color in one of the little clocks, and we are still around 25 watch hours, so we're still behind on that one. But here we can actually do 4, so there is progress. So I'm gonna do mine in pink to fill in. So with the actual job situation, there we got 4 filled in. Also, what you can do with these types of printables is you can, I don't think using a highlighter was the best decision. I should have used the color pencils, but I did the highlighters. Maybe for the next ones we'll use the color pencils. Yeah, so with the job situation, I'm all over the place, guys. But with the job situation, also thank you to everyone that has been giving me a shout out on their channel and that has been sharing my content. Thank you so much. Also, we did reach 100 subscribers on Instagram, so if you don't follow us on Instagram, you can go ahead and follow us there. I'm always trying to show support. I have not been consistent watching this particular weekend. I was a little bit off with the watching other channels. Number one, the week that I have my son, I try to back off a little bit from social media and just enjoy my son. Number two, I think it's because I have been so stressed out financially and stressed out with this job search. Really like major stress financially. I have been having like a lot of stomach issues. So I was extremely sick during the weekend, and it was just horrible. I have not gotten that sick in years. But like years that my stomach has not acted up, to the point where me and the toilet were just like best friends for a night. So yeah, TMI. But that's what's been going on, and I do believe that it has to do like majorly with the financial situation, because I do exercise, I go work out, so I do socialize with other people when we're working out. It's free workout, because all you got to do is find a park near your home. Okay, find a park near your home or walk around the block, and you'll see how people will start joining. I actually started, but there were plenty of people going, but now the young people are starting to go too, to walk around in the park. So don't worry about that. And even if you are alone, listen to Christian music. Like yesterday, I woke up with feeling a little bit like overwhelmed, so I just turned on my gospel music and walked around in the park. And Lord, this grace is that, or by the grace of God, right, a lot of other people started joining when I was like, what, 2 times around the park or 3. So I just talked with God and heard my gospel music and, kept going. But we did, like I said, we reached 100 subscribers on Instagram. And with the job, today's video is about our October closing. Lord Jesus, we're 5 minutes into the video and I still didn't say what is going on here. So this is our October closing. Where are we? Okay, this is the financial October closing. And like for one of the jobs, I just got an email about 2 days ago that said that I didn't qualify for the job, which I kind of knew. Once you have worked in HR, human resources, you kind of perceive people's, I keep hitting this camera, you perceive people's body language, and according to their verbal language and their facial expressions, you kind of know what to expect, right? So with the first interview that I had, the lady was, it was a phone interview. But let me tell you, once I said I was in human resources and I said, I started answering her like properly, in the first question, like in the middle of me answering, she was like, wait a minute, hold. And she abruptly put me on hold and acted like she had like some sort of type of like major emergency. And I'm like, oh my God, did did this person feel sick or something? So me, I was waiting for someone to, like, a different person to answer the phone, right? Because she left so abruptly. I said, well, something happened to her. Next thing you know, she comes back up on the phone after like 4 to 5 minutes, and she starts answering me like stuttering, and like the questions, I guess, were written and she couldn't even read them. She kept going, and I was like, okay. So I believe, from my perception, or my opinion, right? It's my opinion, you guys. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and you guys can give me your feedback, because I like when you guys give me your feedback. To me, I felt that she got intimidated when I said I was from human resources as well, or my background, my background is from human resources, as well as I believe she was intimidated when I was answering her questions properly versus just saying, well, I don't know, well, I haven't had that experience, well, I haven't done that. When I kept giving her the rough situations that I found myself working in HR and how I would handle them, she got like really, I felt her, I just, the vibe that I got was that she was really intimidated. So 2 weeks later, which was about 2 days ago, about 2 to 3 weeks later, they actually sent me a email saying that although I had very good credentials, they didn't have a job position for me. Mind you, it's Christmas season, and retail places require lots and lots of employees to be able to attend, that Black Friday sales and the Christmas season situation. So that's the first one. And then this second interview that I had, the lady sounded nice, but I just got like this vibe from her body language. She wasn't intimidated, but I asked her questions from my human resources point of view, and she was not expecting these questions at all, guys. Like, the look on her face, that shock look, she was shooken. Like if I took her and I shook like this, guys. It was crazy. Like, I'm like, at that point, you get to the point where you're like, I think I crossed the line in the sense of I shouldn't ask questions. Although I know I'm entitled to ask questions, right? Because if I'm looking for employment there, I'm entitled to ask questions. And that's why sometimes we're employed in places and we find ourselves with these walls, because we have questions that were not answered. But because we wanted the job, we stopped from asking questions. So I asked the questions. And let me tell you, one of the questions that I asked her is on Google. Literally, like, the information, the answer she was supposed to give me it's a public information, right? It's public information. You have the right as an employee to go into the record and see, because it's public information, okay? But I just wanted to ask, because I know sometimes these private companies go by other laws and stuff because they are private company, but I know that this is public information, and I can go to the actual human resources department or the labor department of the state, and they will answer the question, right? So I asked her this question, and she's like, I can't give you the answer to that because it's confidential information, but it's according to what the state tells you that it's legally supposed to be. And I'm like, if you guys are going by state laws, in my head, I didn't tell her this, guys. I didn't tell her this because I didn't want her to make her feel this little because she already felt uncomfortable. And in my head, I said, if it's state law, that means that you can Google it and it will come up. The information will come up. So how does she tell me that it's confidential when I could have just Googled it in front of her and it would have came out? But I wanted to know if their company was, grasping onto the law as other companies, because if you have different types of companies, if you're private, if you're government, depending on what you are, if you're a smaller company, if you're a bigger company, you can do amendments or something like that, and your company can get a different type of benefits, right? So I just want to know if they were the same as everyone or if they were different. But she could not answer that. She just said it was confidential. Now I gave her this look like, are you kidding me? But like, oh my god, guys, you have to see the look on her face. She was like wide-eyed, like. And then she said, do you have any other questions? I said, yes, I do. And I asked her another question, and she just stumbled and hurried up and answered like, I want to get out of this lady already. So I'm not expecting to get called by that one either, just because I was asking questions and she was just like flabbergasted. But because I saw that she was so confident, I thought I could ask questions. But let's just say sometimes asking questions is going to get you out of the job. But it was questions that are, guys, they're very easy, and I just want to know like what's going to happen if I were to have this situation, if I were to have that situation. How would they manage it? Because there's no worse thing for you to have a problem at work, whether it be health wise or problem with not knowing the job that you're doing and having rough supervisors that are not understanding and that are going to like break you, and make you feel uncomfortable. So I just want to know how they handle different situations. I thought I was entitled, but apparently you don't ask questions till you get the job. So I have learned. Okay, guys, this is our October closing. Y'all, with my teaching background and human resources background, I don't think I'm gonna get a job ever. Jeez Louise. I think I'm gonna have to just hit this YouTube thing hard and try to get, monetized. So y'all just share and watch my videos, guys. Just watch my videos and share. And keep going with the shout outs, because I think I'm gonna have to do this full time, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a job, I'll tell you. Not after you've been in human resources. Jeez Louise. Just saying. So our closing for October, in cash we had $130. Government help we had $401.24. Our rollover was $56.26, giving us a total of $457 with 50. So if we go over here, where are we? We didn't spend. I didn't do a checkup of the October, our fourth week of spending, right? Because you guys know that I do it differently. I start my expense tracking on the last week of September. So now, this week I didn't do any spending. So I start now my November budget is where I start this week. So here, guys, I have to get my whiteout. I could not find my whiteout for the love of God. And it's because I remember I put it in my purse because I put it in my purse because I took it because they told me that I had to fill out a job application, which I did, but it was all it wasn't really too complicated, so I was able to fill it out without using the whiteout. But I took the whiteout just in case, because there's no worse thing than for you to scratch something off on a job application and not be able to write in the blank the way you need to. So I took the whiteout just in case, and I didn't know, so it's in my car. So we had in cash $28, which I thought I had 30. If you've seen this budget, I thought I had 30, but I had 28, and we had 56.26 in government help, and we actually got 401.24 plus the $56, which I did not add here, so that's what I have to white out. That's why my closing wasn't giving me what it's supposed to be giving. So this would be changing. But if we were, I thought I was going to get 456, but I actually got 401. And then in cash, I thought I had 30, but I had 28, but then I got 100, so it was 128, right? And then in the rollover, I didn't have anything budgeted. I didn't put this over here, which was 56.26, which I just put all the way and paid so that I could have it down here. And then down here in gas, we budgeted out $29, but we had $70 spent. And then $319 for the first groceries, but we actually spent a little more, which was $386.15, because this is when I do my bulk buying. So that when my second groceries, you guys know that I do the 70-30%. I do 70 in the first quarter, just so that it can be the bulk, and I don't have to worry about like my son's school snacks and water bottles and all of that. And then the school fund was supposed to be $1 in fund, but I actually spent $409 because they asked me for crayons, as well as, you know, I get stuck with the 2 school with color days. And then in lunch I put out $5, but I actually spent $8.72 because in one of the job situations I actually took me a little bit longer, so I had to actually buy a little something to snack on. And then groceries, I'm lying, this wasn't school stuff. This was when I did my car oil change. I was expecting it to be quick and easy. Although I took a little snack, I needed like something warm, and you guys know I stopped for that. If you watch my check-ins, you know I stopped at that bakery. Bad idea. That's why it's $8.72. And in groceries here, I put $136.80, but I didn't spend anything. So instead of being, it's gonna be different, because I would have less money left over, because I spent a little more money up here, so I would have less down here to spend. But I didn't spend anything anyways. So as you can see, I had a little mix up here with the amount that wasn't giving. So I have to like do a little bit of whiteout here, because like I know what the problems are. It's just I didn't have the whiteout to be able to fix it. That's why it's a little bit off. So Christmas we did 0. Son's birthday I did 0. Car maintenance I did $43.04. You guys know I had to get that done ASAP. Miscellaneous 0. Office supplies I had 0, but I had to do $440. As you can see, we added a couple categories. We didn't have that many, but we did a couple, and this was the highlighter, so I'm able to highlight and keep organized. And then my son, this was 50 cents because he wanted to buy in the little snack store at school, which he takes so many snacks. I don't even know why. I think he just wants to spend at this point. And then medical, but I always give him 50 cents because sometimes he wants a cold drink. Although I do put a water bottle that I freeze in his little lunch bag, but sometimes he wants like a soft drink or a juice or something, and I just put water bottles because he don't really take juice, because if he takes juice they count that as a snack and they don't let him eat like his potato chips and stuff. So he just rather not take juice and just take water and the potato chips. So sometimes he wants money to buy a juice outside of the classroom, that way he can drink a juice. It's crazy, y'all. And then medical is 0. So that was a total of $47.94, although we had put 0, and then emergency 0. And this, I've been having a little bit of an issue here, because as you guys notice here, if you guys notice, I actually put just one column, which would be for the budgeted, and I would need like a second column for the paid. Ending, because I was kind of going a little bit crazy about that. But if you guys saw my previous video, you would see that you don't have to make this expense tracker. There are lots of freebies, so go watch my freebie videos. I'm gonna try to link them up here so that you guys can see everyone that has done amazing freebies. And then here, as you can see, we took advantage of this little area to put what things we need to look out for, and the only thing we managed to get out the way was the car oil change. So we still have the Car City sticker, car tires, and all that other good stuff. And if we go over here, we'll see we managed to get this done, and so we can see cash was 130. Government help was 401 plus the 24. Rollover was 56.26, leaving us with 457.50. And gas, as you can see, we budgeted 29. It was 70, so we were over budget. Groceries was 456. We only managed to pay 386.15, so we were under budget. Personal care was 0. School fund was supposedly $1 budgeted, but it was 409, so we were over budget. Lunch was $5, and it was $8.72, so we were over budget there. We got a lot of over budget, just one under budget versus last month. Tithe, we didn't do anything. Christmas, nothing. Birthday, nothing. Car maintenance, 0, and it was 43.04, so we were over budget because we had said it was 0. And then miscellaneous was 0, and then office supply was 0. We did 440, so we were over budget. Sun was 0, 50 cents, so we were over budget there. Emergency fund was 0. Student loan is 0. Also, I did my debt confession, so if you guys want to watch that, go back and watch that. I'll try to do a list below so you guys can see. Total cash, if we were budgeted, was $35. Government help was $456 for a total of $491. No, we had these are the things that we have to change because it was $457.50 and I put $456. These are the numbers that we gotta change. And then I think this one was the correct one because it gave me, at least in the government help, it gave me what it's supposed to give. And here it was $130.75 and our cash was $130, so we just went 75 over. That's why it says over here, because we just went 75 cents over. Thank the good Lord Jesus. And then here it was $386.15, so under budget because we still have $70.85 left over for a total of both things of $516 with 90. At least this tabulation I know is right because this is what the government help has left in the card, so I know that this is right. And here I know that this is right because I only had to take out of my purse 75 cents, so we got that done. So this column is right. This one is the one that I have to fix up a little bit, but that's what we have budgeted. It's not the, that's what we budgeted. So those are the things that we have to fix, but that is how much we have, at least in the closing, guys. So with this closing, you get a better idea of how much you have to budget for next month, because according to what you spend here, the gas category, we got to bump that up. Like if we did have a job, I'm painting a scenario here. If we had a job, my expectancy was to have a job by the second week of October. Boy, was I wrong, because the way this is looking, it's not looking pretty at all. So if I can't get a job now during the Christmas season, this is really gonna be hill up. Oh, and the other agency that I went to, the other work agency, which was the job that was the same thing that I was doing but in different cities, they didn't even call. So they did, that was a waste of gas, a waste of lunch, a waste of time. They didn't even call. So gas, we know we would have to bump up if we had our a job, right? We know we would have to stuff a cash envelope for $70. If we had here, we would have to bump up to $5. Lunch, we would have to bump up to $10. Car maintenance, we would have to bump up to, remember I gave it the car maintenance that's every 3 months. So we know we already would have to be saving up for the next 3 months, either to do another 3-month car maintenance or to do another 6 months car maintenance. 6 months would be $70. So we would have to do that. And office supplies, we know we would have to put $5 in monthly just for, my son's clothing, we know we will have to put in a little extra. So this is our budget closing, guys. This is what will help you do your next month's budget. And the over budget, under budget will help you be more mindful of, number one, your spending. That's why we do the closing. It helps you do your spending, and it helps you figure out what you need to take out for next month. So make sure you guys track your spending. See, we did videos about this expense tracking, so you guys check those out. It's in the playlist. And this is what we have, guys. Thank you so much to our 40 subscribers. You guys are awesome and amazing. I'm trying to figure out how to add things on. I was fixing the Google Drive thing to see how I can add those and provide you guys possibly with a freebie like this or other types of freebie, and make like a little list, guys. So maybe when we reach 100 subscribers, here, I'll be able to make like a little list and put some freebies in there for you guys. But I have to watch an actual video to see how you put that and build that in there, because I have never done that, but I know that I have been downloading some. This one was actually made by me, so that's why it says Love Budgeting on the bottom, because it was actually made by me. So thank you so much for being a part of my community, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for always being there and giving me all that positive feedback you guys give me. It really helps me continue to go and continue to film and continue to provide content for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next filming.